Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unruly Fashion. I'm your host, as always, Noella Eze. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And this time we have a guest. I'm so excited. But before I tell you who the guest is and before I show you my guest, or maybe you've already seen her, it doesn't matter. Before she comes on the screen, I'm going to talk about myself so you can wait small. How was your weekend? How's life? Life is fine for me. My toe is fine. For those of you that asked, those that did not ask, it's okay. My toe is still fine. I know that you're my village people. It's okay. That's fine. Anyways, moving on. I'm still upset about a couple of things, but it's okay. Like the Nigerian elections, but that's neither here nor there. We'll talk fashion later, and then maybe I can bitch about it much, much later. But, anyways, my wonderful guest today is my friend. My love, Chizoba of Zoba Martin. Eh?
Yeah. Hey.
You know, where's Omelo or Awan and other such appellations whose outfits I'm wearing. And here we go, my baby. What are you doing, girl?
No. I'm happy to be here. Oh my god.
Thank you for coming. I'm worried because as Bibi was saying before, I'm worried that we'll talk so much and like we're just probably just going to like keep talking non-stop. But it's okay, it's okay. We have good
Nothing wrong with
chemistry.
that.
Last
Exactly.
we'll do part two. It's okay, all is well. So
I'll be-
look at you giving braids. First of all, let's give it up for the outfit. Giving us Zoba Martin,
Wait,
okay?
let me try and like stand up. Okay, yeah, you can't really see the outfit, but
Is it the dress?
it's a
I want
dress, a
that
mini
dress.
dress.
I love this print. I need this print, all of it completely. I'm also rocking a
Thank
dress.
you.
It's the long one, the long sheer one,
Oh,
right?
I was gonna wear that so we can twin, but I don't know where I kept it right now. I have to steam it, like the whole drama. So, you know what?
These are
We're both Zobaddie today, and we're
we're going to
basking in
Zobaddie,
it.
giving braids, giving. Thank you for coming, love. I'm so
My
so so appreciate it. So let's
pleasure.
jump right into it.
Let's do it.
I'm I'm sure a few people want to hear. I wasn't going to ask you, how the Zoba Martin starts because I feel like that information is common knowledge at this point. Like you've done so many meet and greets and stuff like that. You've put things on your website. So, but maybe if you just give us like a little intro, and then what I'm more interested in is how Zoba Martin keeps going. Like,
Keeps
what is it
going.
that keeps you going? Yeah. So
Okay.
over to you, babe.
Zoba Martin started in actually from university. I went to University of Ottawa, and then I had like a whole summer 3 months. I went to Nigeria and decided to pick up sewing. I wanted to do something, maybe braiding hair, makeup, something. And my dad is like, whichever one, just let me know. I'm a supporter of entrepreneurs. So
We stand a supportive parent. Say what you're about to baby. Tell me what you want.
my dad is like, any school you want to go to, like you're trying to learn something better with your life, let me know. And I will give you the money. I
Amazing.
actually match the energy.
I said again, I stand a supportive parent. It's not. That's the energy we need.
Exactly. And I found the school and I told him, okay, there's this one is I remember there's this one is 40K and then this one is 150K. He's like, anyone you want to go to is fine. Just do your research, which one has like the things that you want. I just found that the one that was 40K was closer to me and it had more value. I went there. It's not about calling
Yes.
price. The other one was further, it was probably on the island and I wouldn't be able to commute as easily. So I chose that one. But then again, Lagos now, like it was like my program was 3 months, like commuting, traffic, like it was such a hassle. So I only did it for a month and I parked it, finished university, and then I wanted to go to school, fashion school full time, so I can focus on fashion school. So that's what I did for
Yeah.
2 years. And yeah, like
What
when
were
I
you studying
graduated,
originally? What were you
what was I
studying
thinking?
originally? No,
Business.
what
I
did you
studied
study?
business at
Business.
University of Ottawa. Yeah, I
No,
head's
that's
there,
very
quite.
impressive because most fashion designers don't do the business end of things,
Yeah.
right? And then they don't know how to run the business. But that's let's carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Even the business too was just like I just wanted to choose something to do to go to because I went to uni at 17. I feel like that's so young to like decide on what you
Really
want to do. Yeah,
is.
I was 17, so I'm like I guess I'll just choose business because I can't be doing engineering or doctoring like something simple. Just A equals like just give me something simple.
Said
So
soft life,
yeah,
please.
soft
Don't
life.
stress
So I
me.
just chose business. So if they're speaking the English, I'm understanding it. So I wanted to do
How
something
ego
more
of you.
artsy though. As in, that's
How
last
ego of
there's
you. You
business.
said please. put me where I know. I'm business. This one is my business. I pass this one. Please don't stress me.
Don't stress it, yeah. And it's like my university. I wanted to actually be in something artsy. Like I used to sketch a lot in high school, but like I couldn't find anything like that. So I just chose business. And after that, I did the fashion, graduated with my collection. And the way my collection was responded to my final project, I'm like, you know what? This is just me launching my brand. Then I went to
Mhm.
my mom. I was like trying to like find my name. I'm like, okay, should I do like Zoba Design, Zoba Apparel? Like she's like, my mom is like, why don't you just do Zoba Martin? Like it's it includes your grandpa. Like we all love our grandpa, but he's not with us anymore. So it's like
Oh,
include him in the name, and yeah, we chose Zoba Martin. And
oh,
yeah, my
that's
parents are very
great.
supportive. I'm very supportive of my journey, and that's how we've been going since then, and we're here.
That's actually I don't think we talk enough about supportive parents because like especially supportive Nigerian parents. Not to say
Hmm.
that the ones that don't support their kids, because I see where they're coming from. You know,
Hmm.
they're afraid. They don't want you to like for as you would say it in Igbo or like suffer. They don't want you to pick something. They're always looking to your future. But I'm
Yeah,
just like at the same time, Omo, if your child say that this is what they want to do with their life, let them be happy now. Do you understand? Like, not everything has to
exactly.
be about money. And although that's coming out of an Igbo daughter's mouth, not everything has to be about money.
It's
My
like, hey,
ancestors
hey,
would
hey. They were like, hey, you're missing the point.
hold on, pause. Like, I could feel all my collective ancestors like, how? What do you mean? Mama, please, we
Oh,
don't do such here. Hmm? Follow your
yeah.
passion, but make money out of
Make
it.
money out of it. Yeah, my great grandma, she was a businesswoman. Everyone knew her. My grandfather, a business guy. My dad, so like to him, he's like he doesn't. He's like, of course you're gonna do business. Like, what else do you want to do? Like to him, he's like, oh, you know, like, like he didn't really see because he didn't see. He's a businessman, so like he understands.
Yeah.
Like that's the language he speaks. So when I spoke the same language to him, I was like, yeah, of course. But then there's still like my younger brother, for example. He just wants to go to his office job, come home and rest. Like
There are
he
people
doesn't
like
like the
that.
gaga that comes with business.
Oh my God. There are people like that. And some of the, like, I think like when people are unhappy in what they're doing, because I always tell people not everybody can be a business person and not everybody can be a 9 to 5 person.
True.
I'm the opposite. I'm a business person who is a 9 to 5 person right now. And
Hmm.
you know now, I'm always crying. I'm like, I can't, I don't like it. I don't like and my parents even know. So they're always like slowly trying to tell me, if you want to quit and do anything, we have your back or we can see that it's
Hmm.
taking a toll on you. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm a little chicken because I like that at the end of the month, I go nyam. There's no
Honestly, yeah, that's
nice.
definitely a benefit. Like knowing that last at the end of 2 weeks, you're getting there's money in your account.
Count as not a kobo missing or not a cent
Yeah,
missing.
like you said, and there's nothing
I'll
wrong
plan
with
myself
that.
accordingly. There's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, though, I don't even mind the entrepreneur. I think the hardest thing is starting, and that's why you're so privileged to have like a dad that was like, "What do you need? I'll do it for you," and that's
Hmm.
amazing. So then, how did you? Because you just mentioned Lagos. So how did you enter here? How did you
Also, my
come to?
holidays was done now. Summer was done, and I came back to university. Did my third year, finished. Did my fourth year, finished, and I'm like, okay, we have to keep going on this school
Wait,
train.
hold
Like,
up. You did the fashion school and you got over a summer.
no, I did it for only 1 month, and
Okay,
so I'm
okay.
like, okay, I'm gonna come back to it when I have time, like when I can focus on it, and when like the environment is conducive for me to learn. As in,
Yeah.
like, I'm not worrying about any other thing. I'm just focusing on that. So between finishing university and then going to fashion school full time, I got a swim machine to like teach myself, but that was very frustrating. Like I just said no, I need to go to school and learn from scratch. So I could only my dad had a condition though, finish your university. Like finish your university if you want to go into it full time. You're not going to stop halfway and then like
Marble dropout, Nona, please. You
it's like no,
cannot come
because
here
he did
and
not
drop out.
pay to
That's
stop
not how we
paying.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so cool. And then so how old is Zoba Martin now?
So Martin's the concept started in 2016, but I've been doing it full time since 2019. So full time, Zoba Martin is 4 years old.
Only.
Yeah, but like the whole when I was in it as a side hustle mixed with like a full time job was
Yeah.
2016. So people ask me how old this girl is. I don't even know. Like, the girl is.
you should count 2016 because like when it
2016 when
started,
it
or
launched,
maybe
right?
yeah, but it also depends. Like because some people count from when they made their first sale because that's when they consider it
Mm,
legit. I think that's pigeon like that's like putting unnecessary pressure on yourself because that's not fair. A business is a business, right?
yeah.
Even if you don't make sales, although everything you learn in business school tells you the opposite. They're like, if you're not making money, it's a hobby. So, so,
Yeah.
but like it depends. If you count from inception, from when it actually
From
became a thing in the
inception,
world,
yeah.
then I think you should count 2016,
So
right?
2016 to 2023 is what? Let's do the math. 7 years.
No, they embarrass me online. No, they
Oh
ask me this.
God. Okay, let's put
What's wrong with you? I know numbers, but not when you ask
seven.
me. Like I know 2 plus 2 is 4, but if you just ask me, like what's 2 plus 2
2023
outside?
minus 2016. Like, don't do that to me now.
7 years. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so it's
That's
7 years old. Yeah, so Martin is 7 years. Yes.
so what keeps you going? What are the like? What would you say is the hardest thing you've ever had to overcome? And then what was your high point when you were like, nah, I can't do anything else but this? Like, this is great.
Yo, just like I don't even know which one to start from. Like, okay, the hardest thing I had to overcome was like staying afloat during the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
because I know that once there's a will, like once you're alive and you have like people around you that you just have that will and believe, like you can get anything you want.
Agree.
Yeah. So then like when because I'm focused in like couture and like events and things like that, and COVID really affected that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just keeping the business afloat during that period was kind of difficult. It was challenging for me, but then like towards the end of 2021, I just said, okay, it's been a year and a half of this pandemic thing. Let me just use this time to do something. So I went to
Yeah.
Nigeria, went and then enrolled in another fashion school to like improve my skills. That's why I went to learn how to do corset.
Okay, okay.
I'm like,
Cool.
okay, let me learn advanced sewing, right? So I went to Nigeria, I did like a 3 week program, went to Ghana, I did like a 2 weeks intense program just to like improve my skills and then spend time with my family, escape the winter, just like went home to re recoup
Mm-hmm.
basically. So yeah. And then that was like the beginning of me catching my breath again. And then before I went actually in 2021, I worked on a bathroom tissue dress, which is like the craziest thing I've done like just in terms of like making something like with material, right? Like just having a like bathroom tissue and then making a dress out of it.
I remember that. It was
Yeah.
cashmere, right? The
It was
cashmere.
cashmere. Yes, yes. They sent me like a box of fabric, aka bathroom tissue. Make a dress out of it. Yeah.
Did your Nigerian at any point say, so I should waste this tissue paper?
Best believe that I had tissue like on the side, like
So wait. So you don't have to tissue paper, just use it and sew clothes.
yeah, I was just like, whatever was left, I'm like, yeah, this one is for the house, okay? Because I couldn't have finished the bathroom tissue they gave me. They gave me like a whole box of like just bathroom tissue. I used like my dress was so intense. I was braiding it, I was ruffling it to make the dress, and I still had more left. So yeah, that was like the thing that actually like exposed me a lot. Like that dress, I just because it was pandemic, I had time on my hands, right? And then doing
Yeah.
that just made me realize like I actually really love this thing that I'm doing because it's like just having this material and transforming into this material and sharing it to the world, and it was very well received. It was posted on the shade room, and then like even when I went on Dragons, then like I showed it as well, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you made that out of bathroom tissue." That also like people it kind of like strikes a reaction from people. It struck a reaction from people. It strikes a reaction from people, right? So yeah, that was what made me feel like, okay, you know what, she's about just keep going, just keep doing this, just these gifts and keep sharing it with the world because
No, it's such a good thing, and I love that you're always out there because we met at African Fashion Week,
African
right?
Fashion Week, yeah.
And I remember being immediately pulled to. I said, "Who is that?" And I went over there, and you were like, "Oh, it's Zoba Martin. Da, 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 da. She's so nice and tiny, tiny people." I was like, "Pretty women!" I was so excited, and I was just like,
Yeah,
"No, I want like, oh no, 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 no!
yeah.
I love your work ethic. I've seen you work. I like though, like I have videos of you just, and
Just
it's the fact that like you make collections and I don't know, like every time I talk about you like outside, people are like, you're hyping her because you're your friend. You're supposed to hype your friend. I say no,
oh, I
never said that.
appreciate that. I
I
love
never said
you, Noella.
no. I love like I do it with all my friends that I see that are doing the damn thing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
just like I remember watching and being like, oh my, this is commitment too. Because like you do the braiding, then the next thing you're like, oh, I'm making this dress for a client, but it has finished. I said, please, babe, you don't take snacks or naps or you're just going. Oh, I have this wedding dress, and I mean, let's since we I just mentioned wedding, let's segue into the bridal. The fact that every wedding dress you make is handmade, like all the beading is handstitched. Please walk
Yeah.
me through the process of like be like carrying the pressure of knowing that this is like the most important day of that person's life to some
Mm-hmm.
people, what I mean? And like this dress is so important to her, and you like sit there and like what's it like making wedding dresses? Like would you say that's like the
Honestly,
pressure
like
is
with brides, like it's a very important day in their life. Like just
mm,
it's just natural to like match that energy because it's like how can something be so how can you see how important something is to someone and
yeah.
not like and not return that? Like it's just like an energy thing, right? Like it's like I'm seeing how important it is to you and it's like you're coming to me to like deliver this result. Like I just would naturally just like extend that because it feels good, like I don't see how it's just like having like your sibling that you love so much, and then they're like, "Oh, can you do this for me?" With all your heart, you would do it, right? Like so,
You
it's like,
do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it.
Like we need to match people's energy. Like when my sister got married last year, some of the bridal shops we went to, the energy was just I'm like, I'm going to need you to be more hype than this.
It's my
Someone is being
wedding.
hype. What are you
Yeah,
doing? Like I was irritated. I'm like, I need you to be you're tired, you're working. And so what? You shouldn't be working in a bridal shop. Get it together. Like I need hype.
yeah,
So I love that you do that for your clients. Like some of them you attend their weddings and you're
yeah,
there for every adjustments. Meh,
yes.
not gonna say us, but I can see that we're at time, so this is going to have to be a two-part episode because I'm not
Wait,
done
has
with
it been 20 minutes?
more already. Already, I just okay, fine. We'll make it a two-part. So I'm just gonna round off this episode, and then we can beat up. Like we can just continue talking for the next episode. We'll have to split it into two. So if you're listening, this was Zoba Martin. I hope that you're watching instead of listening because she's serving us looks. As there's this particular dress she's wearing that if we're going to see in my own wardrobe soon, I will.
She's
This
not
dress is
playing. She
mine.
will come and collect it.
I know where you live. This dress is my own by fire by because I saw it on Instagram. I said this babe. So it's not that you knew how to make when me. I hope you're watching.
Oh my god,
I hope
this
you
print.
enjoyed this episode. This print is amazing, but like we'll
Yeah, you
get into
have
it.
something from this print. I
Once
remember now. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yes,
yeah,
now
yeah.
my fashion
Don't worry,
month.
this dress is coming for you. I want to talk about your Beyonce concert dress because you're about to give them.
You anyway, this wraps up this episode. Follow us at the Instagram handles at Unruly Fashion Pod on Instagram, at the Podfire Network, at the Noella E. Follow Zoba Martin, obviously, at Zoba Martin, because if you're not following her by now, I don't understand. Do I not promote her enough? I talk about her all the time. And if you care about me, you should care about her. So go and
Oh,
follow her. And then I don't know. I'm going to. Do you want me to give them your personal handle too?
give them
No.
Chizoba, Chizoba.
At
Yeah,
Chizoba, at Chizoba M, but Chizoba with two A's. So
yeah, Chizoba, Chizoba, Chizobam. Like I personalized the name because
Chizobam.
Chizobam,
That's how I pronounce it too. I'm like
Chizobam.
Chizobam.
Yeah. Oh,
But
now
yeah,
you say it like the M
follow
is
us
right. Okay.
like my Chizobam. And
Yeah.
then, so like follow us on all those platforms. I mean, like, subscribe, comments, and all that stuff. I always forget to do it for YouTube, but And then don't forget that the Beyonce, what's it called, giveaway is still on, which means you have to follow Really Fashion on TikTok and on Twitter and on Instagram. Like, comment, share. The ticket is still there. I've been like, I mean, people are entry. I'm not gonna lie, but I was just like, there's two people that like I said, that are neck and neck for this ticket. But if you want to put your hat in the running, feel free. And then even if you don't win, there's also $100 ASOS gift card. You
Hey,
should
I should enter this giveaway. Oh, it sounded very tempting.
instead of you to come and add to the giveaway, you are there trying to enter.
I think we also like better thing one day.
But thank you all, and I'll see you in part 2 of this episode. Ciao for now.
Ciao
Bye.
for now.